So, when I reviewed the previous T Roc I may have been a bit unkind to it, but I have figured out why it is in the Volkswagen lineup. So I am here today to review the new facelift and tell you what this car really is and why you should perhaps buy it over the normal Tiguan. Hello everyone. Welcome to Everything Cars and More. Let's review the new 2022 Volkswagen T Roc facelift. So, for the facelift, the T Roc has gotten more stylish and more modern whilst still looking like a T Roc. We have the familiar grille and LED headlights like before, but the grille is a slightly different shape and we have a new mesh pattern as well as a light bar like other Volkswagens. The LED headlights are also different because they have LED running lights in them to connect to the light bar. Lower down on the bumper, at first it may not look very different on the normal T Roc trim levels. When you look closer though, you can see that the daytime running lights are slightly bigger and a body color in the middle. Also the lower bumper air vent is bigger. On the R-Line model, there is a different bumper to match with the T Roc R. This bumper has a more aggressive design and the two side vents are connected with a black bar. Also the daytime running light graphic is different. Moving round the side there may not be noticeable changes if you don't opt for the new black roof and the new wheel options, but the fake side vent on the front wing is also different on the R-Line model as it has the new R logo, but apart from that there are no other changes. Moving round the back, the changes are more noticeable. To start with, we have some new taillights which have different graphics in them, and because of that, they look sportier than before. Also lower down on the bumper on the normal trim level, we have some square reflectors with body color inserts in them. We also have some black cladding to make it look off-road-like as well as some fake exhausts. On the R-Line again have a different exhaust to look similar to the T Roc R, but the full-fat T Roc R has a different rear bumper as it has a gloss black panel connecting the two side vents. We also have some great sounding exhausts on the R version. Whilst we are on about exhausts, let's talk about what your engine choices are. So, the engine choices are quite broad, but there are no plug-in hybrid options, which is a letdown, but the petrol range kicks off with a 1-litre turbo unit that creates 108 bhp and can only be had with a 6-speed manual. Next up is the 1.5-litre turbo unit which has 148 bhp and can be had with a manual or automatic, and this will most likely be the most popular model. Next up is the 2-litre turbo unit that has 187 bhp and 4-wheel drive and can be only had with an automatic. For the diesel range you can either have a 2-litre engine with 113 bhp or 148 bhp, but the 113 bhp unit can only be had with a manual, whereas the more powerful unit can have a manual or auto with 4-wheel drive. The price of the new Volkswagen T Roc starts at £25,810. So, the inside is one of the biggest changes on the T Roc. To start with, we have a new central part of the dashboard where the infotainment system is a floating style tablet. The infotainment system is the same as before though, which is a bit of a shame as I would have liked to have seen the new Golf infotainment system. Moving down the center console we have new climate control switches that are touch sensitive, and moving down further, we have some new gear shifters. In front of the driver we have the new Volkswagen steering wheel and a digital instrument cluster throughout the range, and all of the USB ports are now USB-C. Finally, one thing to also add, on the R-Line we get the R seats that are supportive and comfy. Let's move round the back. So, practicality is fairly good for this car. Legroom and headroom is okay and children will be fine back here as there are some USB-C charging ports for charging tablets, and there is also some air vents and an armrest. Let's have a look at the boot. So, opening the electronic boot, that's an option. You get a fairly flat floor and a 60-40 split folding real seats, but with the seats up, there is 445 litres of boot space, but this is reduced to 392 for the 4-wheel drive option. With the seats down it is 1,290 litres and 1,237 litres. So, in summary then, I was wrong about this car. This is the type of car that you buy if you want a more sporty, stylish SUV that will stand out in the crowd, and that is a great alternative to the Tiguan. The new T Roc facelift is a good SUV that deserves more attention. If you liked this video then please don't forget to like and subscribe, and whilst you are at it, hit that bell icon to get notifications when a new video comes in. See you in the next video.